Well, Rodney, thank you for joining me today. I know we've got a big night planned Sunday night. We've got a group coming in, the new Tulsans.
Right.
Now, you were there when they came last year, were you not?
I was.
Yeah, I was impressed with them.
I thought they were very good. Very good.
Yeah, they're a Southern gospel quartet.
Right.
They sing in harmony. Now, I have to admit, I don't know a whole lot about Southern gospel. Can you kind of tell me just a little bit what it's about?
Yeah, really, it was kind of a way for groups to put their Christian touch to the mainstream music that's out there. It started out just being really music that expressed personal feelings and biblical thoughts, but it was a way to get it out to the mainstream world in a Christian format. So typically it would be a quartet. And they'd set up those four guys and a piano player is how it started out. And a lot of people have added guitar, other instruments to it, but typically it started out just as a quartet and a piano, and just a way to get Christian views into the mainstream music. Really.
Very good, very good.
And it actually got its name just from being, it started out in a southern-eastern part of the country.
Okay.
And so it just went southern. Southern gospel music.
Okay. Well, these fellows are coming from Tulsa, and so they call themselves the New Tulsans.
Right.
Apparently there was a group called the Tulsans.
There was.
They disbanded, and at some point these fellows came along and reestablished the New Tulsans.
Right. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to them coming this Sunday night.
This Sunday night, I think it's going to be a great show. It was last year. It was a great show.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Very good. Very good. Now I have to admit, I've not always been a big fan of Southern gospel, but I appreciate what they do. I was thinking about this, and it reminded me of a story. There's a man named George Whitefield who was a preacher back in the 1700s, and he was instrumental in what we call the Great Awakening.
Right.
And that revival really brought cohesion to the 13 colonies and prepared us to fight for our independence. But I remember hearing a story of a man who went to go hear him. This man was pretty much a detractor of George Whitefield. And when he shared with friends that he went to go hear George Whitefield preach, they said, why did you do that? You don't even believe in what he believes. He said, yeah, but he believes it. And there's something attractive, winsome, about hearing people preach or sing who really believe what they believe.
Yeah, you can really tell it comes from the heart. They really put their whole person into it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's one reason I look forward to seeing them this Sunday night is because they truly believe, and it's a worship experience, regardless of the kind of music you enjoy.
It is truly a worship experience.
Yeah. Now, you've been leading music at Liberty Southern for some time. I don't know that I've ever heard the story of how you came to the church. Tell me that story.
Well, I had some friends who were an older couple that had started going there, and they really loved the church. They loved the pastor. I was looking for a new church home, and so they invited me. And first time I went, it just felt like I walked into home.
Yeah.
I grew up in a small church, and it's kind of a smaller church, and it just felt like I was home. And I've been going there ever since. Within a month, they had drugged me up into the choir.
Yeah.
Within 2 months, they had me filling in leading music, and I've been leading the music there for about 17 years.
17 years. I didn't realize it's been that long. That's wonderful. Yeah. Well, I thought this would give us an opportunity to talk a little bit about worship itself. About 10 years ago, there's a fellow who wrote a book. His name was James McDonald. He wrote a book entitled Vertical Church. He makes the case that most churches are focused not vertically, but horizontally.
Right.
They're focused on pleasing the people who's there or trying to attract people who aren't there, and so they're focused horizontally. He said what we need to do is to focus vertically, and to make an opportunity to reach up toward God.
Right.
Because that's the great need everyone has is to have an authentic experience with the one true God. And that's my desire for Liberty Southern. Of course, we want to be inviting to other people, but when people come, I want them to have an experience with God.
Right.
Yeah. Tell me what worship has meant to you in your life.
Well, in my life, my personal experience, worship has been a way to get closer to God, to express my feelings towards God and my thankfulness for what He's done. It helps keep you focused, helps kind of battle the outside world. But it's whether it's at home or at church, worshiping, it's just a way to draw yourself closer to God and have a better fellowship with God. Really, that's kind of what it boils down to me.
Yeah, very good. I've discovered when I can connect with God, those other concerns I have in my life seem to lessen. In other words, when I see God for who He is, then the little problems I have are brought down to size.
Right. Yeah, it's really, it kind of makes things kind of clear up for you. We are just a little small part of what's going on.
Yeah.
So any problems we have, you're right, they just kind of, you can get rid of them for a little while at least. We're never supposed to pick them back up, but we always do. But at least for that time, you can just kind of draw closer to God and not have to worry about everything else that's going on.
Sure. Well, that's what I appreciate about our church is that there's something genuine about our folks, and we're not the biggest church, but our people have big hearts.
Right.
And very very much of a church that's not just about themselves, but showing concern to others.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It's like a big family.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
And that's what really has helped me with going to church. You have that group of people there that can help you, that you can lean on. There's always somebody that can help you with whatever situation's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe not be one person that can help you with everything.
Yeah.
But you've got a whole selection of people there that can help, either understand something or deal with an issue that's going on in your life. So it's just like an extended family.
Yeah. Yeah, we are family, and we're part of a much bigger family.
Much bigger family.
And we'll get to meet some of those family members Sunday night at 6.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining the time with me, and I
no problem.
look forward to worshiping this Sunday.
So do I.